South East Melbourne Phoenix are coming out. Raggy, little bit of breaking news. Scott Pendlebury has successfully downgraded his one-match suspension to a $3,000 fine. And the Sixers and the South East Melbourne Phoenix are about to observe a minute silence for the late, great Ken Mould, the first ever championship coach way back in 1986. What a wonderful man, incredible life. Let's hope they can honour his legacy tonight.
Yes, a very fitting tribute. Rennie, thank you. Of course, the atmosphere there speaks for itself. Well, after that welcome rain, even the hills have turned a shade of green for St Patrick's Day. Is there more rain to come? Jessica Braithwaite has the weather outlook right after the break.
Hi, it's Rue Dits and Loz from Triple M Breakfast.
Turn us on tomorrow morning for the latest Adelaide news, traffic and weather.
And don't miss Adelaide's most listened to segment, The Rumour Mill.
On 104.7 Triple M.
Hello again. Well, we did manage to catch a glimpse of that sunshine once again in Adelaide afternoon after what was, pretty full-on 24 hours of rain in some areas. I'll take you through it. So for the city itself, we had the top of 23 degrees today. It did fine up. There were only a couple of, light leftover sprinkles this morning. But overnight, we ended up with a good, 21 millimetres in the gauge in the city, which was our heaviest rainfall since November. And even heavier through the hills, 30 to 40 millimetres in some areas. So the rain really did intensify overnight and then really sort of fizzled out pretty quickly today. We got to 24 degrees at Mawson Lakes and the same at Elizabeth. Now up north, bucketing down 120 millimetres at Maree, 80 millimetres at Oodnadatta, 50 millimetres through the mid-north. Really a lot of rainfall, especially up north where a lot of areas are already flooded. Through the south, not as heavy. By the time we get down to Mount Gambier, we're more in that 5 to 6 millimetre zone, and it was 23 degrees there today. Here's what's causing it. You can see that moisture coming all the way down from the north, moving off towards the east tomorrow, so it should be drier through our north tomorrow. I'll show you what that looks like in just a tick. Sydney's looking wet tomorrow, rainy day, 26 degrees on the way there. Canberra, maybe a shower with 23. Melbourne's looking mostly dry with 23 for a top. So for us, you can see most of the blue blobs are kind of moving off towards New South Wales, but there are still some leftover showers through our north, maybe a splash at Port Augusta and Port Pirie. Temperatures are in the 20s there. We have 23 degrees for Clare and an overcast day, 23 for Port Lincoln. Again, through the south, the chance of the odd light splash perhaps at Nooranuitsput or Murray Bridge, but overall it is a drying trend. We've got a warmish 27 degrees on the way at Naracoorte. Still got some rain warnings up north around Moomba for locally intense rainfall, while on local waters we're looking at southeasterlies to around 10 knots tomorrow. For the Adelaide suburbs, maybe the odd little sprinkle, but, nothing much in it. 25 degrees for Golden Grove. Basically dry, perhaps a little overcast in the city with 26 degrees, but really fining up after that. In fact, the weekend looks lovely for the last weekend of the Fringe Festival. And I think St Paddy's Day today, Brenton,
yes,
we had a bit of Irish rain kind of vibes, but we're fining up again now.
And I love the green. Well done. Thanks so much, Jessica. Well, that's the day's news here on 9. Glad you could join us. Our late bulletin tonight at 11, but we'll leave you now with the current affair. Hope you have a lovely evening. Bye for now.